was the very first extreme risk protection order that was filed on an individual that the Marysville police fulfilled and went through with. It was their first one. Apparently they were nervous because they didn't know how lawsuits and different things would play out. But anyway, just want to show you guys anything that's black and blurred out. It's either my information or as the requester, or it's the information from the victim of this, and I don't want to put his name out there and stuff. I'll address him, by his first name, and his wife, who is the one that petitioned the court for this red flag on him to have his firearms removed. I'll just call her. Her name's Lynn, and his name's Mark, and that's about all you're going to get as far as their name. I just wanted to things that are circled. Incident type mental. This is all records related to ERPO. That's what I submitted. I wanted to, when I read in the local paper that they were going to start doing these red flag laws, I was pretty upset, and really hoped that my little small town I grew up in wouldn't have been one of the ones to do that, but they are. And so who knows how many they've done since this. This is just the very first one, very first victim of a due process violations, Second Amendment violated, First Amendment violated. You could probably just go ahead and say the whole Bill of Rights, including the Fourth Amendment, and probably even his Fifth Amendment if they... anyway, let's get into it. We got the date, all that good stuff. Incident type mental. They're basically criminalizing people that have, the way they're doing this, you could pretty much say that, oh, he's a nervous wreck, or yeah, he's got a little bit of anger problems, or, there's so many mental illnesses. It's such a wide range that for them to just say, oh, you're mentally ill, it's pretty much, they could say that anybody's mentally ill and have your firearms removed. So reporting party was his wife Lynn, her husband was Mark. They're in their 60s. So that's the information on who requested this and the victim of it, because they went through with it. We've got, here we go, this is everything they took from the guy. Gun, and then we're going to get into this here, and you're going to laugh your ass off if you're a Second Amendment supporter. You value your rights. You're really going to laugh when I well, I'll just let you know right now. Game-O air rifle. You can't even have an air rifle. I guess they'll remove swords, knives, everything. They probably take a squirt gun from you. Anyway, here's everything that was removed from this old man. Probably spent his entire life building up this collection. We've got a Bauer Firearms, U.S. Winchester Model 94. That's going to be a lever action, rare gun, especially if it's a pre-50 something or other, dated. Anyway, that's a expensive gun there and rare. Probably won't get any of these back, you guys, because they can renew it every year, just like a no contact order. Got the Game-O air rifle. Wouldn't even let him keep his fucking BB gun. Got Marlin Firearms, Glenfield, U.S. Colt, U.S. Car Arms, Bushmaster AR-15, Browning Arms, Buckmark, a Colt U.S. model MK5 Mustang. That's a little semi-auto. Those are really nice firearms. Got a Ruger Security 6. That's going to be a wheel gun. Anyway, the Colt that they took from him is a 22. I'm shaky here. I don't have a bipod or anything, tripod. 22 revolver with a pearl-like handle. I bet you that bastard is old and probably was with in the family, or he probably paid a pretty penny for it. You can see all of the firearms taken. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 guns? Is that a lot of guns for someone to own? I don't know. I don't think anybody has the right to tell you how many you should be able to own. But they took 11 firearms from him, and one of them was his BB gun. They probably removed all the knives in the kitchen as well. This is how the Second Amendment will become history. I wrote this, I was just thinking about stuff, and all these people that get people hyped up like they're going to come door to door and take your firearms. No, they're not. I said this a long time ago, not that my opinion's worth that much, but I said on all my social media pages that they're not going to come door to door. They're smarter than that. They're going to take them one by one through legislation. That's exactly what they're doing. Nobody's upset about it because it's not happening to them yet. And so that's the whole issue with just like mob rule and people looking out only for themselves. And by the time your rights are being violated and you didn't stand up for anybody else, there ain't going to be nobody there to stand up for you. So again, incident type, mental. Yeah, Sergeant Connolly did not honor his oath. Sure didn't. I am a fully commissioned police officer assigned to the Marysville Police Department Patrol Division. On the above date and time, my assignment on this day was as patrol sergeant. Didn't make sense. I was wearing an authorized Marysville Police Department patrol uniform, complete with patches and badge, and riding in a fully marked Marysville Police Department patrol car equipped with emergency lights, sirens, blah, blah. So that's getting into... I don't know why he's the one that ended up writing the report. There was multiple police officers on the scene, so here we go again. Mental, incident type, mental. Offenses, statute and description, nothing there. Counts, attempt / commit, nothing there. Guy did not commit a crime. That's the whole issue with these orders. He did not commit a crime. He didn't do a damn thing wrong. And the reason that the wife called I'm not going to guarantee it, but I would be willing to bet that this was a vindictive issue, and it was not, oh, I'm actually worried about people and the safety of the community. This I can almost bet that this was a vindictive thing, just like you see so many no contact orders, or I'm going to beat him to it and get him blacklisted from being around me and the kids. And I mean, you can see how judges they sign those orders. They don't want to be wrong, end up being wrong, so they give them out like candy, just for the fact that they don't want to end up being wrong. And that's the whole issue, is that there shouldn't be laws like this in place where people can abuse it and basically lie their ass off and have somebody's rights violated. Or, I mean, think about it this way. They could have ended up killing the guy. Thank God they didn't. Here we go. On the listed date and time, I was dispatched to assist with an assault weapon at 48th Drive. I took out their address. Night shift units. Keep in mind night shift, because that's going to play a part in something that I found kind of not adding up. Units had been dispatched prior to the start of my shift. This is Connolly, I'm assuming, Officer Connolly. We were deployed around the residence. Sergeant Elton was at the corner of 48th Drive with his wife, Lynn. Lynn had called 911 to report that her husband, Mark, was having a mental episode and that he was diagnosed as being bipolar in September of last year. Mark has not been taking any medications and doesn't acknowledge that he has a mental illness. Mark has days where he is fine, but also has days where he gets paranoid. On this date, Mark told Lynn, this is what Lynn told the police that Mark told her, that she needed to leave because the NSA and Mormons, oh my God, were coming for him. That sounds made up to me. I'm sorry, but that just does. The NSA and Mormons were coming for him. Mark had armed himself with an AR-15 and had a gas mask. Ooh, man, he's ready for war. Mark did not, and this is interesting, Mark did not threaten to harm Lynn or himself. Mark was just paranoid that they were coming for him. Mark barricaded himself in the basement, and Lynn left the residence and called 911. Officers arrived on scene and surrounded the residence. Several attempts to call Mark were made into the residence, and he did not answer. Perimeter units could see Mark walking around inside the residence, and he was carrying a rifle. Mark was not pointing the rifle at anyone. Night shift. So unless the lights were all on and the window was wide open for them to see, I'm not sure how they got such a good visual on this guy and could see gas masks and, that he was walking around with a rifle in his hands. Night shift right there. So, I mean, I guess the lights could have been on and they could see in the windows, maybe. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Officers arrived on scene and surrounded the residence.